abandoned. Ooh, big old fire going on. Abandoned farmsteads here. And did we catch the attention of somebody? Nope, nope. Was thinking there for a second that we had gotten the other warg rider on us. Ooh, yeah, things are not all good in cliving, I see. White hand flankers. Ooh, so burning the fields. Yeah. I'm understanding what they say now whenever... A white hand banner. Okay. White hand banner. So what can we do with a white hand banner? It gives us a... Oh, okay. We get to burn them. Alright. Neat. What's this? This is just another banner. Yeah, you can see the influence of Saruman in these parts. Your mighty blow defeated the White Hand banner. Okay. Is this where we're headed? The last markers to the north of this one. Okay, so we did have to just keep riding for the west. Not the best instructions in the world, but... Didn't really realize you'd have to ride that far, but then if you're riding the bounds, I guess you would have to go a ways. It's another banner there, a couple more warg riders. We'll just ride on past them. We'll see if we can pass it without killing. It doesn't say, you know, it says go to the marker. It doesn't actually say anything about, you know, you have to you know, kill X. It doesn't say go to the markers and then kill X things. You have ridden the bounds and should return to Cuthred. We can do that. Can we get up there this way? Rather than going back around to the front of it. Discovered the West Cliving Watchtower. Okay. So we have yet another travelogue entry. So let's get that out of the way. And then we will rejoin you here. The men of the Western Watchtower are the vanguard of defenses for the city of Cliving. From their outposts, they are able to identify enemy forces approaching from the plains and are able to halt their intrusion. That's got that taken care of. Let's see, we got to go over here. Garmun, the guard captain of Cliving. What do you have going on?
Depends upon our strength.
Oh, totems and banners. Destroy orc totems and destroy orc banners. Sure, we'll go ahead and take that, because while we're out there riding around, maybe we can knock a few out. That'll be something to, like a landscape quest, as it were. I guess I actually need to read the quest material for it, don't I? Let's see, can we pull that up? Show the history. Hail, burglar. Take care of you as you travel in these lands. The vacant farms southwest of the city have fallen under the control of White Hand orcs, their previous residents fleeing to Edoras or seeking sanctuary within the walls of Cliving. The orcs have taken it upon themselves to mark our lands with their various brands and symbols. It may not matter to most, but I cannot bear to see our homeland so cruelly desecrated. If it is not much trouble, I request that any orc banners or totems that you come across be destroyed. I shall see that you are compensated generously for your efforts. All right, we know where they are. We've seen quite a few of them out there in the fields when we were riding around. So let's head on up here and see if we can get back into the city. Keep it down to about a speed of about 11, 10 and a half. There we go. I can steer pretty well that way. Now entering the Fallows. Wildemore. Now back into the East Emnet. Apparently that's like the Four Corners region there. All you gotta do is take a couple steps in a couple of different directions and you're in a couple of different areas. Don't ask me to say that a couple of different times. I do like Rohan. I do like the banners and everything flying. This was a really nice place that they built. They truly did. Oh, this episode's gone on for a while. I am kind of getting tired. That's why I forgot to go and read that and read his quest dialogue when we took it. We may have to be splitting this one into a two-parter. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and it's nice. We're starting to get a little bit better handle on here, on the horse. You know, if we could take the correct turn, get a little better on how to steer the horse. You know, learning not to fly at a speed of 14 all the time, unless you're just happen to be traveling cross country. If you actually happen to maneuver around, keep it down to about 10. For my abilities, anyway. All right, cut through. And it's nice that you have the quick stop there by just tapping backwards in those two, tapping backwards twice. All right, cut through.
Bounds? What did you encounter?
You have ridden the bounds. What did you encounter? My men outside that circuit many times a day. My men ride that circuit many times a day, ensuring the safety of the city. Usually it is quiet, but occasionally orcs or other foes stray within the line and must be fought or driven away.
For Rohan to be safe and well guarded, all crofts must be as well.
Book 8, Chapter 8, a second proposal. I was told that Reeve Athelward wanted to speak with you before you depart Cliving. Thank you again for your help, and I hope the Reeve rewards you in suitable fashion for the aid you have graciously given. For Rohan to be safe and well guarded, the Norcrofts must be as well. I appreciate your help in that regard, and I know the Reeve will as well. Talk to Athelward in the Mead Hall of Cliving. Okay, we can do that. Let's go on up. Speak to the Reeve. Let's slow ourselves down. Let's get off the horse since we don't have to actually do it anymore. And let's head to the Mead Hall. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's talk to Athelward, and then I'll have to take a look and see how long this episode's gone. How long we're going to take care of it here. Athelward, the Reeve. Oh, so we're back with our companions. About time y'all showed up. Let's see what they have to say. I'm sure it's something. Yeah, there you go. What did you do while I was away? I stood atop one of the towers and gazed out across the plains of Rohan. I saw for a goodly distance, but could see no sign of the Uruks we pursued. What do you think of Cliving? I think it is the city of Rohan. No city built by the hands of men can hope to compare to those of the elves. All right. Even in this passing age, but it suffices as a place for them to live, if this is what they call living. I see no art, I hear little music. It seems to me these men of Rohan survive, but they do not live. I have said nothing of this to any of them, of course. It might be considered impolite. Yeah, just the arrogance of the elves, thank you. He has seen grief in his time, and he has caused more besides. I think he does want to protect his people, and is doing what he can for them. Okay, what about you, Horn? I spoke with the men in the towers and walked the streets of Cliving. It is as cheerless as I remember it, though now the people have good reason with the threat of orcs and the Norcrofts. It has always been a grim place. Perhaps that is Athelward's doing. Grief seems to follow him wherever he treads. He has been unlucky, losing wife and children to childbirth and sickness. Perhaps it is reflected in the demeanor of this town. Is Cliving well defended? They do seem ready for just about anything. I hope my own home of Earworth is as prepared to fend off attack, but I suspect it is not. Cliving has several natural geographic advantages. Earworth does have one such advantage. It is bordered on the west by the Entwash. Few foes will be able to attack it from that way. Did you speak with Siflad? No, I did not. Nona seemed to be deep in conversation with the girl when my wandering took me near them, but I did not want to intrude. I wonder of what they spoke. I did notice Sifled casting glances in my direction, but I know not why. Hello, Nona. What did you do? I walked around the city, ignoring the distrustful looks I received. I do not like this city. Horn says that his home is not like this place, and I am prepared to believe him. A city such as this one could not have produced a man like him. The people of the city are distrustful and small. Yeah, I wonder what you and Siflid were talking about when she was glancing at him. What do you make of cliving? I do not like it. I would be glad when we go. Did you speak with Siflid? I did. If she were not soft and coddled, like many of the horsefolk seem to be, she could be one of the Oakluth. She has the temperament for it, if not the weathering given by a hard life. I think she was frightened of me at first, but she had many questions about my people, and I enjoyed talking to her about them. The guard captain did not let her out of his sight while she was in my presence. That put me in mind of a caged bird. I would not have tolerated it, but Siflid did. No one would mistake her for me, that is certain. She was very curious about Horn. I told her his singing voice is not as fair as he thinks it is, and that he is not my equal in combat. I think she was disappointed. Oh. Okay, let's talk to Athelward. I'm glad we stopped and had that little conversation there. Siflid seems to be happy here.
You have done well.
Yes, she is. Cliving is a much larger city than Elthungels, and it is better protected as well. I am pleased that she likes it here. Her presence lightens the mood of all who see her, which is of great value in a land under the constant threat of orcs. Cliving's defenses are very impressive.
Thank you for your help.
Some of that is the good fortune of its natural geography, and some of it is due to the hard work of its people. We are fortunate to have such a vantage point over the plains, and a good strong walls to keep out our foes. Mildred's distrust is no surprise.
Thank you for your help.
No, I suppose not, but I have no part in the death of her husband. I would have dispatched riders to go with him to the east wall, but we were stretched thin as it is. How was I to know he would be perished by the pillars of the king? I cannot be blamed for that. I do feel badly about the death of her son, but I had no choice in that. The boy should have known not to enter a sword trial with a veteran warrior such as myself. I hope to be given the chance to cure Mildred of her sorrows. Interesting. He seems on the up and up, we'll see. Let's finish.
I am inspired by your companion's example.
Or go with the second proposal. I have been speaking with your companions while you aided my captain of the guard, Gnarlo. I am inspired by their example. A man of Rohan, a girl of Dunlin, and even an elf. How is it that folk of such different backgrounds can work together? Mostly because we ignore the elf. It pains me to see you leave. Can you not stay and help with the maintenance of Cliving? I could use each of your talents to better the state of my people. Discuss among yourselves if you must, but do not decide to leave so quickly. A strong Cliving makes for a strong Rohan, and these are troublesome times. So talk to Nona, talk to Horn, and talk to Corridan. Good, I'm glad to know that they send you this way to talk to them, so that you have the chance of going through those if you skip past them.
I think it is time to go.
The Uruks we followed did not come this close to Cliving, either because it was not on their road or they were afraid of the towns defend us.
We need not stay here any longer. Cliving has strong walls.
And its defensive position is better than the other towns we have seen. Aethelward has little cause to fear orcs from this fastness. He does not need our help any longer, and we should be off.
This city has little to fear of orcs, if you ask the opinion of an elf.
I have seen more secure homes, but they were in the Maloans of Lorien. This city has little to fear of orcs if you ask for the opinion of an elf. Aethelward should see what he can do to protect the people who live elsewhere in the Norcross, but he can do that without our presence. Okay. Is this going to be one of those where he's going to tell us we can't leave? Let us see.
You cannot blame me for wanting to keep skillful folk at the disposal of my people.
Ah, I understand that you need to be off. You cannot blame me for wanting to keep skillful folk at the disposal of my people. If you have business back in Ethongales, can I ask you to deliver a message for me? You murmur your assent, and Aethelward rumbles pleasantly. Good, good. This may surprise you, Gnarlo, but I have no male heir to carry on my line. I love my daughters more than my own life, but a son would release me from the worry that my line will end with them. My wife has been dead this past year, and it is time I began thinking of the future. Dame Mildred of Ethongales has more than her share of grief these past few months. If it is in my power to heal the sorrow I've caused her, I would do so. I desire her hand in marriage. I will respect her decision in this, but please express to her how strong a union between our families and our cities would be. The Norcrofts could only benefit from such a union. It is, not the first time I've asked for her hand, but it will be the last, no matter her decision. Wow. And once again, I don't know how to read this fella. Okay, so that is going to be it. We are going to call that an episode. Good Lord, it has gone on for a while. So, we will have our smoke. And, see, this, like I said, probably be splitting into two here. Oh, you all don't know how frustrating writing those bounds were, finding those markers. But it's done. It's over with. And we will see y'all next time. So thanks for coming along. We'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.